I assume that you like your life and you love yourself, and therefore you don't punish yourself by watching congressional testimony and videotaped subpoenas out of Congress, but we do. Just pseudo-masochistic. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's our job. And here's the Jack Smith testimony from Congress done a couple months ago. He's under oath here, and he's asked in his witch hunt against Donald Trump, trying to put Donald Trump in prison as he's running for president, Jack Smith, illegally appointed, whether he took any congressional records or privileged phone calls or metadata from cellular devices. Let's go ahead and listen to his response.
Calls or the content relies mostly to text messages. Did you seek a search warrant for the content of any text messages from members?
From members?
Yeah.
No, I don't recall.
Okay,
that.
it was just toll records.
Correct.
Okay. But by not telling the members, by going through this NDO process, they didn't have an opportunity to litigate the speech or debate concerns.
That's correct.
And that's unfair in our view.
I understand your position, and as I said before, we respect the speech or debate clause. I'm aware of no case in the Supreme Court or the D.C. Circuit that says that getting non-content toll records from a third party violates the speech or debate clause.
Okay, so here's Jack Smith talking about clauses and laws as he lies under oath. Jack Smith said, no, I did not get any text messages from members of Congress. Jack Smith investigative team secretly obtained text messages from 44 members of Congress. Oh, got it. Who are those members of Congress? Well, you might recognize some of them here. The two people that are investigating Jack Smith, Chuck Grassley and Ron Johnson, but also John Cornyn and Lindsey Graham. He just died. So he can't say anything about this. So let's all of us say something about this. Josh Hawley and Mike Lee, you know them. Cory Booker, he's a Democrat. Dan Sullivan and David Perdue. There's a ton of other people. Rand Paul and Rick Scott, you know them. Perhaps you know Tom Cotton and Kevin McCarthy. He was the former Speaker of the House. Jim Jordan, you certainly know. Adam Smith, Andy Biggs, Doug Collins. A lot of these people are guests on our show with regular. Lee Zeldin, he's now the EPA Secretary. Scott Perry, Thomas Massey. Okay. So he lied. In a serious breach, special counsel Jack Smith, investigators secretly read text messages, not just phone logs, but the contents of the texts from 40 GOP members in Congress, including Trump officials, as part of the DOJ's criminal probe into Trump, according to declassified material sent to Chuck Grassley and Ron Johnson. I'm angry about this. Ron Johnson was on our show just this morning. Jack Smith's team read all of the messages, ran directly through the Constitution. Lawmakers are raging right now. So not only do you lie under oath, again, if you lie under oath to Congress, that's 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. If that's litigated, you're finished. You've got a really tough time. You'd have a really tough time arguing this. You just straight up said it. Chuck Grassley, I received records from the DOJ dating back to Jack Smith's team, reviewing members of Congress's text messages. 44 of them. I'm one of 44. I'm alerting my colleagues. What you going to do? What you going to do? You going to charge him? That's the only way to make it stick here, right? December 2025, Jack Smith swore under oath that he didn't spy on members of Congress or text messages. New evidence confirms that he spied on me, says Rand Paul. Blatant abuse of power, exactly what our founders warned about. Go hard. Say now he needs to go to prison. New evidence shows Jack Smith, Biden handpicked prosecutor, and not only abused President Trump's rights, but spied on 44 members of Congress. Blatant abuse of power. It cannot be ignored. What's going to happen? Jack Smith should be in prison. Another constitutional debacle foisted on us by Jack Smith. On American legal thug. More evidence of Biden corruption. Jack Smith illegally scooped up my messages, says Josh Hawley. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? This is why I've been fighting hard for FISA reform. Fine. But the only way to make it stick is you got to stick him in an orange jumpsuit. You got to throw him in prison. America deserves accountability. Just say it. Jack Smith must be indicted and must be sent to federal prison. Goodness. This is Mike Davis. Mike Davis on our program actually explaining what he would do to Jack Smith were he in charge of the Justice Department. Mike, what happens with a Trump Justice Department? This is always where we sort of end in our interviews because I want to vision cast for people. Because we just walked through the litany of what President Trump has been through, starting with the mugshot and going well beyond the Mar-a-Lago raids. What does a Trump Justice Department look like? You are clearly a legal architect for the vision of what what Trump justice would look like in this country. Can you expound?
So I want President Trump to pick an attorney general who's going to bring back dignity and justice to the Justice Department. I'm not going to do it. As you know, Ben, I can't get confirmed anything because I go on your show and say crazy things that makes me unconfirmable. But President Trump, that's probably President Trump's most important appointment is the attorney general. And we need an attorney general who's going to go over there and clean house and get rid of these partisan actors like Jack Smith, who should be fired on day one, on January 20th at noon. His entire office should get fired. And you know what? I would say to Jack Smith today, it's election day, so I'll say something controversial. Right now, you're the hunter. Jack Smith, after today, you're going to be the hunted legally, politically, and financially. So lawyer up, buddy.
The fact that Jack Smith included a few Democrats will be used as evidence that the lawfare was bipartisan. In reality, they were included solely to create the illusion of neutrality. That's right. Yeah. This is exactly what Mike Davis predicted in that clip. It's exactly what Davis predicts. This is this is why you need a fully muscular Trump DOJ. And we didn't have it for the first 18 months. And that is something that I think cost the administration more than anything. That was precious, precious time. Jack Smith is a corrupt and dirty liar. Go ahead and see here. It's like, you know, I guess Jack Smith doesn't have a pardon, right? So the best that you could do is to get the work done that should have been done immediately and to charge Jack Smith. Again, lying to Congress, lying under oath. Lying under oath is legally classified as perjury. It's prosecuted as a felony. If convicted, you can face several severe consequences, including substantial fines, probation, and significant prison time. Lying under oath is a legally binding oath or affirmation. The intent would be materially lying on a relevant proceeding. That, of course, would be relevant. Here's some federal law right here. Punishable by fines and up to 5 years in federal prison. Lying to Congress is really bad as well. 18 U.S. Code 1621, perjury generally. But it is accelerated when you're lying to Congress. Something has to happen, man. The fever has to break. One bad person needs to go to prison. It needs to be someone. Fauci, Comey, Letitia James, I don't care. Somebody's got to go to jail. This seems cut and dry to me. Let's make it Jack Smith. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. Jack Smith in chains.